What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Star Wars Closet. Today's episode is going to be a little controversial. And luckily, Star Wars has never done anything controversial ever. And no one has ever talked about Star Wars in a controversial way ever. So this will be a first. I want to give you 5 reasons why I think Kylo Ren is a top 5 Star Wars character of all time. Before we jump into it, make sure you subscribe. I am just a closet Star Wars fan making videos for other Star Wars fans. I'm also making these for myself. Again, 5 reasons why I think Kylo Ren is a top 5 Star Wars character of all time. Not top 5 in the sequels, because let's be honest, that would be easy. But I have a pretty solid argument for why I think that Kylo Ren is in the top 5 of all time. Now, I'm not saying he's top 5 like most powerful, most evil. I'm just saying as a favorable character, I would put him in the top 5. What are some things that we know about Kylo Ren? The first thing that you need to know is that he is not a Sith Lord. I know a lot of people that don't really get Star Wars that assume that's what he is. He is not. Most of you watching this video, though, if you're choosing to come to the Star Wars Anything YouTube channel, unless you're just doing some homework, you probably already knew that. He becomes the commander of the First Order. He was the leader of the Knights of Ren. He was trained by Luke Skywalker, and then later on, Snoke, who, man, what a great character he turned out to be. We're going to get into how I feel about the sequels, but that'll be a whole other video. However, I digress. He was the student of the Supreme Leader, Snoke. His real name was Ben Solo before he became Kylo Ren after he turned to the dark side. He is the son of Han Solo and Leia. Most of you watching this video, you know who Kylo Ren is. There was your quick 2-second recap. But what are my 5 reasons? Now, these reasons are not in any particular order. These are just some of the ones I thought of, but I have 5 of them why I think he's a top 5 character. Number 1, he has an iconic lightsaber. When you think of Kylo Ren, you immediately think of that cross-guard, sword-looking lightsaber. I remember the first time I saw the trailer of this bad guy with a lightsaber with a cross-guard. It's iconic, it's something that people still think about and talk about, and it looks awesome. It definitely lends itself to his fighting style, this very slow-moving, very like, you know, Game of Thrones sword fighting kind of thing. He makes big movements. He's not super fast. Kylo Ren's a bigger guy anyway. The sheer size of this lightsaber is something that he definitely leans in with the slow slashes and all that stuff. The idea that there was so much dark energy poured into the crystal of this lightsaber that it was overpowered, and the hilt itself with the exposed wires, just this menacing look, and it fits so well with the Knight of Ren look itself. It is a lightsaber that sells very well in stores. It is one that when the movies first came out and then right after the Battlefront games were coming out, that was a character I really wanted to play with because I wanted to use that lightsaber. Now, going back to fighting style, that is something that we will talk about again in another video, but it is something that I find to actually be a little bit appealing for Kylo Ren's character and the kind of lightsaber that he has. Should he have beaten Rey even though he was shot by Chewbacca? Yeah, he should have. Either way, cool lightsaber, it's iconic, it's something that people think about when you think of the sequels and you think of the First Order and Kylo Ren, you always think about that lightsaber. To me, it's kind of like, you know, I grew up with the prequels being the new thing, and when Darth Maul revealed that double-bladed, double-headed lightsaber, people went crazy. Everyone wanted one, everyone thought it was so cool, and it fit his character perfectly. Darth Maul's not that big of a guy. He's a little on the shorter side, but not a bigger guy like Kylo Ren is. The movements he made with it, how quick he was, the way he wielded the double-bladed lightsaber, it's iconic. And just for that reason alone, I put that in one of the categories as to why I think Kylo Ren is such a awesome character to remember. I think of like Count Dooku with his curved hilt lightsaber. You can go on and on. Mace Windu with the purple lightsaber. Some of these that stand out for different reasons. This one is one of the main reasons why I think Kylo Ren stands out. Now that may seem obvious, but I have a second reason for why I think Kylo Ren is a top 5 character. My second reason is the acting. Adam Driver is an incredible actor. Every time he is on screen, he is putting his all into whatever he's doing, and you can definitely apply that to Kylo Ren or Ben Solo. I thought that his character had the most to lose, the most to gain. You see it when he's angry, and you definitely see him angry. More! Now sometimes I'm with some of you. I know a lot of you think this. I think this too. A little over the top, a little like almost like a child. Now some of that could be writing, some of that could be direction from the directors themselves. Some of it could be Adam Driver. However, he performed the character incredibly well. And I don't really have a lot of poor things to say about the acting overall in the sequels. I thought they all did a great job acting. That doesn't mean the characters' directions were smart. That doesn't mean the dialogue was written well.
Oh, they fly now! They fly now?
But what I will say is that Adam Driver, to me, kind of jumps off the screen more than anybody else. And when he's in any scene, he stills the scene. So he's a great actor, and I think they cast the role perfectly coming from Adam Driver. The third reason kind of lends itself more to the first reason with the lightsaber, but the third reason is the overall look. The overall appearance of Kylo Ren, he just looks menacing. He looks awesome. And when you first see him in The Force Awakens, and he comes out of the ship with the First Order and the stormtroopers, and you see that face mask, the whole helmet he has on with this kind of like hoodie kind of situation. He's got rocking these like dark robes with the hoodie. Like he comes out looking awesome. As soon as he whips out the lightsaber with the look, the whole ensemble, that is a character that when you watch him, you're like, whoa, okay, he looks pretty awesome. And you can tell he's trying to mimic his grandfather, Darth Vader. Again, two completely different looks. However, you can tell that's what he's going for. He's a Knight of Ren, so he looks like the Knights of Ren, but he also idolizes Darth Vader. And then when they decide to retcon the mask in The Last Jedi, again, I digress. When he breaks it, and then it's just him, he's got this messed up face now, and like he just looks cool. No matter what, he looks cool. The probably the worst he ever looked.
Do you have something, a cowl or something you can put on?
Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I don't know why Disney Star Wars continues to say, hey, let's throw in bad guys with their shirts off. That's what the people want. And then they'll say things like, oh yeah, it's for kids. Why do you adults care? Then like, is it though? What are y'all doing? So I think that part can stay by itself. The rest of it, he looks like a really cool character. And then in The Rise of Skywalker, when they put the helmet back on and it's all kind of put together with the red lines and stuff, again, it's like, man, he still looks cool. So I think the overall look of Kylo Ren is something that is iconic and looks awesome. And I can already see the comments of, oh wow, he's his top 5 character of all time because he looks cool. It's Star Wars, baby. Okay? You gotta look cool. You gotta. Number 4, the lore. Ben Solo, the son of Leia and Han Solo, the nephew of Luke Skywalker, turns evil. And it's like almost expected, but it's also like, man, okay, I gotta see how this turns out. Is there a redemption arc? What happens next with this Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, like what this internal struggle that he's having? In that first, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, it came out in 2015. If you haven't seen it, in The Force Awakens, when he meets his dad, Han Solo, on that bridge and he stabs him, I remember watching it in the theater and jumping and thinking like, no. But then when it happened, I was so interested in what was going to happen next. Did I think he was going to lose to Rey? I should have known. But no, at the time, I did not think that that's what would happen. But it made me very interested in what would happen next with this character. He just killed his dad, Han Solo, a beloved character in Star Wars. And now here we are with wondering what happens to the nephew of Luke Skywalker. How did he get this way? What happened? What could have possibly gone wrong for him to turn evil? This is what Luke was always going to be afraid of. And now is being trained by the supreme leader, Snoke. Who's he? There's so much lore that comes with this character because he is the grandson of Anakin Skywalker, because he is the nephew of Luke Skywalker. It didn't end, I think, the way most people wanted that to end. However, everything around this character, the lore of Kylo Ren, and I haven't even gotten into all the comic books or the books that have come out, you know, all that stuff that's apparently canon. And then at the very end, when you get to see him with this blue lightsaber, and it's like, this is who he could have been, this Ben Solo, and he takes out the Knights of Ren like they're nothing. Again, there should have been more to that. That'll be a whole other video. But the sheer lore of Ben Solo, aka Kylo Ren, I think is something that we all have been waiting on for years and years and years. And then my fifth and final reason is he is the most overall interesting character in the sequels.
Star Wars closet. If he's a top 5 character in all of Star Wars, of course he's the most interesting character in the sequels.
Yeah, I know, I gotcha. But it is one of those things where I think when we all kind of settled down after the sequels came out and we took our time thinking back on them, and some of us rewatched them and then rewatched them and then maybe only rewatched 2 of them and then only rewatched 1 of them and then maybe haven't really revisited them in a while. I think it's fair to say, and I think it's easy to say, that he is definitely, without a doubt, the most interesting character in all of the sequels. I think Rey's character had the most potential. We all spent days, weeks, months, years figuring out, who is this person? Who is Rey? And right now I'm still asking. This guy, this bad guy, Ben Solo becoming Kylo Ren, is so interesting, and there's so much to dissect with that. And no, I don't think they did a good enough job doing that for us. But overall, his fall and then his redemption, lackluster as it may have been, the redemption itself, we all just wanted to see what was going to happen. And is this a story? Are these 3 movies a story about Kylo Ren, aka Ben Solo, or about Rey? Or because they're a dyad in the Force, is it about both of them and how they're interconnected? What is going on? Easily though, the most interesting character. You saw him lose, you saw him win, you saw him sacrifice, and that's why I think he's one of the most interesting characters, if not the most interesting character in the sequels. Now, with this argument, you have to be able to say, if you put Kylo Ren's character in any era of Star Wars, and I get why that doesn't work, but if you were to put him in any era of Star Wars, I still think you find that character very likable and interesting. Likable, not, you know, he's a bad guy, so you're not supposed to like him. But as in intrigue, you know, we all love Darth Maul, and that dude had like no lines, and he ended up becoming an iconic character for a lot of different reasons, and then even more so when the Clone Wars came out. But my argument is that you could put Kylo Ren in any era and you would think, okay, I'm really interested in this character. I think if you drop Finn in any era, you know, maybe. Poe Dameron, no. Who else? Who else was in those movies? C-3PO with the red arm. I think BB-8's another one. Why not? Let's throw him in there. Just let's roll him on into the other eras of Star Wars. He's probably still a little bit interesting, that adorable little fella. So overall, these are my reasons for why I think Kylo Ren is a top 5 all-time character, and maybe in a video down the road I'll give you my list of top 5 characters that I think are the best. Let me know if that's a video you want to see down the road, and let me know why you think I'm right about Kylo Ren. Don't argue with me. Now, if you do think I'm wrong, argue with me. Let's get into it. Let me know. What am I right? Am I wrong? Did I leave anything out? Who is Kylo Ren? Are the sequels amazing? No. That's my reasons why I think Kylo Ren is a top 5 Star Wars character. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one. I've got more hot takes and more analysis, more reviews, more games coming up soon. Thank you guys so much for watching.